Maggie Mutesi. Now you're getting started now. Ever wanted a holiday where you can lie on a beach, swim with the dolphins and shop online without having to get off your back or even put down your drink? Well, that is all possible now, and you may just want to consider one African island destination. Now, Mauritius is now the most prepared country in Africa for online shopping. In fact, a report by the UN Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, just released at the ongoing Africa e-commerce week places Mauritius higher than any other African country in, among other indicators, the number of people with a bank or mobile money account. And if you thought we were phasing out post office boxes, think again. Nigeria tops in this aspect, with the post office being crucial for products ordered online, but with no real physical addressing system. Now, the country ranks second in Africa online shopping, thanks to a sharp increase in delivery of products. The market still has a long way to go, though. The 21 million online shoppers we had in Africa in 2017 don't even mark up 2% of the world's total. Let's now turn to our Biz 100, our eyes and ears across the continent. They tell us how Africans can tap into the continent's growing e-commerce wave. Take a listen.
I believe with proper education, first of all, and means. Most of these sellers need education on how to track their inventory, how to set up their accounts online, and even how to sell. Like, they need to know proper advertising, how to speak with people online. So with those two, in terms of environment and education, I believe Africa is the next biggest market in terms of e-commerce.
People do not have that confidence. They don't feel safe, and that really needs African countries to put up laws and regulations so that we see a boost of online trading. And once we do that, industrialization will be faster, because once we trade online, which has speed and convenience, we'll see a lot of trading.
I think Africans can tap into the e-commerce business world first by investing in understanding how to navigate through online and understanding how to use different resources that are available online, so that they can market their business and they can brand their business.
Joining us now from a taxi is Nicolas Martin, the CEO of Jumia Africa. He was actually coming here to speak to me, but couldn't make it because of traffic. Now, Jumia is an e-commerce company that allows Africans to shop online. Nicolas, so good to have you via Skype. I almost said in studio, because we expected you here, but I guess those are some of the challenges of online shopping as well. Now, we've seen a huge penetration of internet across the continent, but still uptake of online shopping is still low. Could it be a problem of access, or is it something else?
No, I think the key, thank you very much for having us first. I think you're right, the uptake is actually relatively low, but actually the growth and the pace at which it goes is quite fast. What you have to remember is that e-commerce, it's still in infancy in Africa. It's year 6 for e-commerce in Africa. It's already year 25 in Europe or in the US. And so it's more a question of awareness and having people trying. And what we see is that when African customers try, they actually come back, and they come back even more than what you could see in the rest of the world.
Nigeria has made great strides across the continent. What are some of the things that you've actually got right, other than some of your competitors in this particular space?
I think we kept some very basic principles around which we have built our business, which is ultimate and relentless focus on customers and on vendors, making sure that they were finding the right value proposition on the platform, both from the customer side and on the vendor side.
Now, for some of the young people who want to plug into the sector and make some cash on the side, what are some of the tips you could leave them with?
Okay, first tip is stay in school. It's actually a complicated business, and you need to learn, and you need to get the best education you can to actually join this online revolution and shape it. I would say the second thing is that there is actually a lot of opportunities to plug yourself into that platform. And most of the most successful e-commerce platforms in Africa are marketplace, where you can be either a vendor or you can be a seller a seller that support customers to actually buy product. For instance, Jumia has the J-Force program, in which every young people can actually join and try to sell in their neighborhood. And if they are educated about the internet, be a kind of ambassador for Jumia and to be able to sell and make a living out of it.
Many thanks, Nicolas, for joining us from Nairobi's crazy traffic. Now let's move on to